I was in error, but I didn't want to admit it. Apparently, too much coffee doesn't do good to you, and even to me. Whereas I'm working a lot, I am working a lot, and I am always active. That isn't sufficient. What is wrong with too much coffee? I'm telling you, you wouldn't believe how much power can you gain by lowering the intake of coffee. From now on, I'm only drinking 2 or 3 cups of coffee. Before that, I was drinking around 7, or who knows, even 10. So what's the problem with coffee? Coffee destroys your ability to stay at one place for a long time. It gives you a kind of anxiety that is not psychological, but that is physiological. So I couldn't translate for a long time. I would go immediately, not immediately, after half an hour. I couldn't sit down and work a lot. Now I can, even though I don't do this every time I sit down to work. But I'm telling you, this is absolutely amazing how much more abilities I now get. Now I can really focus a lot much more with coffee. Now, for example, I don't drink at home, then I go to coffee shop, and when I drink this first cup of coffee, I'm immediately in the zone. And apparently, coffee is not like a drug, and I'm not shaking before I get a cup of coffee. I have no big problems. Of course, if I would absolutely quit it, maybe I would be shaking. Maybe I would get headaches, but not necessarily, because I am very active. So I could manage it, but I don't want to, because coffee is an enhancer. It helps me focus. It gives me some kind of satisfaction. It is very good, and I believe it also helps for digestion a little bit. But when too much, I had problems with my stomach a little bit. Then also the second thing is that with this crazy anxiety that I'm telling you, this is not that anxiety that I'm afraid of, but the anxiety that I want to go further, and I need to work. And I also wanted to eat something sweet, quite a lot. And then also the appetite was not so strong. So on one hand I want to eat, on the other hand I'm not satisfied with the eating. Somehow maybe it damages the feeling, these receptors on the tongue. Maybe I didn't feel that much satisfaction, and also when I ingest the food, something went wrong. I couldn't quite feel this finish, that I'm done. It's okay. Then I would search for sweets, even though I am eating the sweets also now. But when at work, I don't need this so much, because I don't need the sweets, just this coffee. It gave me this anxiety, this crazy anxiety. Oh, I need something more, something more, something more. But this is just the result of coffee driving me crazy. So you have to be careful. And how does it happen? For example, at home, one cup of coffee, then after 1 hour, another cup of coffee, then after yet another hour, another cup of coffee, and this is it. You are getting crazy. This is because, coffee, and a good thing, and I'm telling you, don't drink these caffeine drinks. They are shit. Because coffee, when you drink a cup of coffee, it lasts for a long time, and with very natural effects. No problems. For a long time, you don't need to carry a cup of coffee around. And by the way, this is very disgusting to drink from these cups. You know how Americans from the Starbucks. This is very disgusting. I just drank a week ago. This is so disturbing, because it really gets at a bird nagging into the tree. So it really changes the taste. So yes, coffee changes the taste, but receptors somehow. And then the third big thing, I believe, is that the coffee has an effect on the blood vessels. I think they get thinner. For a moment, nothing special, and not with cigarettes. There's nothing to compare, but I think they do get, somehow not so. The coffee restricts a little bit the blood flow, I believe. And even though I don't feel it, because I am very active, but then when if I, for example, go on a training on my bike, then these restrictions, if they are accumulated over the day, when I go in the evening, they have an effect. This is very important. I need as much blood as possible. And if I have these restrictions, and the heart is a little bit, already had too much work. They shut me down.